Ooh, the pink lip. Hey guys, what's up? It's Shamari and I'm back with another Real Housewives of Atlanta review. This is season 11, episode number 9. Episode number 9. So I'm Shamari. This is Shamari Music TV. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's go. All right, so the episode opens up with Porsha. She is in bed and she has really bad gas. And as I was watching her, I could feel her pain. I don't know what happens with that gas. Y'all know when it be traveling up in your back, up in the shoulder area. That gas is bad, and I've never been pregnant in my life. But she's pregnant, and she's we get this comedic scene of her being used to being able to eat. Dennis gets up, cooks for her, and then she's able to, release the gas and let it all out. But she couldn't even walk. The gas was so bad. And Lauren's like, why don't you let him put his finger in your... I said, girl, no. Noelle's going away party. It is the weekend or a couple days before she's supposed to go off to college. Remember, she got into Howard. Remember last week we got a little snippet or a preview of her crying. I mean, melting down the wall, crying. Okay, and we thought maybe she didn't get in, but then I'm thinking, no, she's been planning to go, so she had to have gotten in. Maybe a breakup, maybe someone passed, maybe a good friend wasn't going to be going anymore. I don't know. This type of cry like this, you would have thought way more was going on than what was going on. So Cynthia has her mom over, her sister, lots of friends over. They have little food over, little cute stuff for sending your kid off to college. And she goes up to check on Noelle, and Noelle cracks the door open. She is crying. The room is dark. She's in her hoodie. Her hair is all messed up. And this is when Cynthia gets a little concerned. So before this, her mom's explaining how she felt, when Cynthia went off, and then as soon as Cynthia left, and Mal went off. So it was like she had the same withdrawals going on, but she had to get over it in twice over, okay? And so, as Cynthia was saying that they're so close and they're dependent on each other and, they've never been separated, I just kind of, instead of looking at this as endearing or sweet, I got really concerned because, as you guys know, I grew up as a military brat, Army brat, Air Force grandchild, all of that. So my parents, my grandparents, my sisters, we're all very independent and we're kind of made to be that way. Like I was tweeting, I was doing laundry and ironing and cooking and, watching my sisters at age 8. And going to after school programs and being responsible for walking home and coming straight home and locking the door and don't answer the door for anyone. And, just all this kind of stuff. And so to see a mom who's kind of literally is best friends with her daughter, we've noticed that over years and years and years. And so now it's making it that much harder to let her go off to college. It's not like she's going off to war or going to jail or she's literally going away to do a great thing. So, watching Noelle just cry in her mom's arms like that, maybe a fourth of me, felt like, oh, that's so sweet. But the rest of me felt like, Cynthia, this really could have been avoided. There's a way to, make her feel like, independent, but still need you as a mother. And, I don't know if sometimes single parents overcompensate with, kind of being more dependent and more creating all this stuff so that the child feels the need, for them. And then it ends up being a hindrance later on. But I don't know. My mom she was in the Army and she was a single parent for a lot of my upbringing. So we were always kind of self-sufficient. And so when we went off to college, well, first of all, we moved around every couple years. And then when I went off to college, it was I couldn't wait to get out the house because I was just so used to, being by myself or whatever. And I've been around to a few different colleges. Y'all know I just finished, so that's not a thing. So I don't know. Seeing Noelle like that, it just kind of raised some concerns for me. And even Leon later is why is she like this? Because she should not be like this. So I'm wondering if you guys, I don't have any children. So parenting, I feel like it is custom. It's not something that is just rule 1, rule 2, rule 3. Like, you can make it your own way. There's no rule book, like I said. Like, so do you guys think Cynthia was wrong in raising Noelle the way that she did? Do I think that? No. Like, raise her how you want to raise her. But, you know, obviously when you focus more on one thing, then there's like a deficit of another thing. You know, she calls Nene and she tells Nene, don't worry about coming to the party because Noelle, you know, she just wants everyone to leave. And what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that Cynthia was right in just telling everyone to leave? Or should she have not catered to this behavior and just said, you know, you can stay up here? Maybe she could have sent the grandma up there, you know, sent different people up there to come talk to her. Because all it did was kind of cater to this whole feeling of, you know, I can't leave the nest, I can't leave the nest. Like, it's going to be so hard. And maybe with her having those pivotal people in her life there, they could have all spoke to her one-on-one off camera and just kind of showed her a better way, or that it's not going to be that bad. So when she sent everyone home, I was just like, no. And Cynthia was emotional too. And then Nene kind of explained to her, like, because Nene has sons, okay, and we'll see that later on. Nene has that one glam baby, that one granddaughter, and I think she might actually have more by now. But she has sons, so she's used to saying, hey, no, they need to leave the nest. They need to go off and sow their royal oats, like they say, and learn themselves and learn their surroundings, and feel free to come back. Your room is here, but I'm not going to handicap you by keeping you here. So Cynthia, it'll be okay. Noelle, it'll be okay. But we get Mama Joyce, y'all, and Mama Joyce, she reminds me so much of my nanny. Now, my nanny, like I was talking to my mom, my nanny is much more faith-based, and she don't do half as much cutting up as Mama Joyce. But a lot of her comments and like smile but shady, like that is my nanny. She's very funny that way. But anyway, so Mama Joyce is back, and Kandi's saying that, you know, she hasn't seen her mother like that because her mom been on vacations living her best life. And you can do that when you got all this success from Old Lady Gang, which was Todd the Lemon's idea. Okay, so, you know, her and AC Pooh go over there to see Mama Joyce on her big sectional, and they're just talking, catching up. You know, Kandi was really upset or sad that Mama Joyce couldn't make the ASCAP Awards, and, you know, Mama Joyce apologizes. After they get past, you know, the pleasantries and all of that, then they start to talk about Todd and this lemon comment. So you guys remember last season, or earlier no, it was last season, Mama Joyce sat down with Porsha, and I remember it was so far left field, like we was just like, why is she doing this? But basically, Mama Joyce is talking to Porsha, and she was just like, you know, Todd was a lemon, or, you know, Kandi made lemonade out of lemons, you know, very shady. And for them to have patched everything up and moved on, then it was just kind of weird. And so we find out from Kandi that this kind of reignited the bad energy between the two. I mean, naturally. Don't nobody want to be called a lemon, okay? Even on Lemonade, Beyonce, she does not make lemon sound good. A lemon, when you're describing a car, is a beat up car, okay? Lemons just ain't good. I made Cajun boil the other day, and it had a strong lemon presence in it, okay? And so, you know, lemons just, you know, I should have squeezed it in there instead of cooking them in there. As long as I did, you know, you live and you learn. But lemons is not a compliment, okay? That means like you're making like a trash into a treasure. So Mama Joyce is trying to backpedal in her way out of this instead of just admitting that she needs to apologize. We're going to merge this with what happened later on. When they went to the new location of Old Lady Gang, Mama Joyce was still with the shady, sneaky smile and, you know, my little lemon. And I was just like, Lord, gee. Mama Joyce knows how to twist a knife, okay? You know, Todd did not seem amused with the comment. He didn't like it. He did not like the way that Mama Joyce sat down with Porsha. You know, he was confused by that, just like we all were. Like, why would you do that when they're not even on cool, you know, terms? So Todd is not really with the antics or the production of the show and all that. He's not trying to go along to get along. He wants to iron out stuff. He wants you to know that we want you around. We love you. We love family. And so then I think Mama Joyce started to drop the character of it all, and then started to realize, oh, he's being for real. Because, you know, all them antics that she was doing a couple seasons ago, like calling him an opportunist, like, That was a lot. That was a whole lot. Like, even on their flashback, I was like, dang, was it really that bad? It was that bad. So it's good to see that they're on good terms now. You know, they're trying to get it back. But Mama Joyce, you gotta stop being so shady. You just gotta stop. At least towards your son-in-law. I mean, it's like she does it for sport. Ooh, Jesus. All right, so Shamari's sitting outside in a storm wig, honey, and she is feeding her twins, her adorable, adorable twins, with her mom in the backyard. And Ronnie is getting ready to go perform in Macon, Georgia. Y'all know it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Atlanta. And, you know, she's just catching up with her mom on the girls trip. The first question her mom got is, who is the one that called me a B? Okay, because I'm Mrs. B. All right. And Shamari's like, you don't have to worry about her. It was the one with all the warrants. Okay, we're not pressed. We're not worried about her. And I said, oh my gosh, I'd be forgetting Marlo got all them mug shots. Did she say warrants or mug shots? Either way, I'd be forgetting, okay, that Marlo was even caught up in all that. But, you know, they're talking and they basically, you know, Shamari's mom is asking her, how does she feel after parenting these twins for a full year? You know, the complications, her being a little older. How does it feel? And Shamari kind of uses this moment to make an ode to her mother, who raised 3 children, had 3 jobs. And I said, if we get one more 3 by the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, okay, them 3s, you know, they're powerful. But basically her mom was a pivotal person in her life that equipped her and made her ready to be able to handle children and to be a mother and to mother children. And so Shamari's way of parenting is that she wants, because she didn't have that, she wants one parent at home available for her kids at all times, because she had a deficit of that. Now, when you're Ronnie DeVoe's wife, I'm sure you can do that. Now, I don't know, I've never had aspirations of being a housewife because I've always watched women in my life work, but so I don't know how she came up with that, but hey, different strokes for different folks. I just know them twins are adorable. So Eva is back again for a second time to try on wedding dresses. So I'm gonna be releasing some videos probably after my wedding on wedding planning, okay? Because not only is it stressful, it is custom made. You know, it's not as traditional or, you know, exclusive the way that it used to be. A lot of things that you pay hundreds of dollars for, you can make yourself. You can, you know, so I want to be a blessing to someone else, because even through my stress, I've been able to do a lot of stuff on my own, and you know, through the help of family and through the help of friends and just researching. So I want to share that with you guys. But when I was watching Eva, you know, try on these wedding dresses and listening to Marlo's comments, it just really annoyed me, because when you're trying on your wedding dress, okay, you already have to come glammed up. You do, because it's not going to make the dress pop as much if your face and hair is not already on. Obviously, it's unrealistic because most of the time you're not already glammed up, but they're on this show, so they are. Okay, if she has a little more weight that she needs to lose, she's not gonna, you know, Eva's a beautiful girl. A little weight on her does not hurt. She just had her kid not too long ago. And so, you know, her wedding dress is not a time for her to model. This is what she wants to wear. She wants whimsical. She doesn't want sexy Nene. So Nene is coming. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Eva has asked Nene to come. Nene is surprising her by bringing Marlo, and I was confused. Why are you bringing Marlo? Marlo is the one that was shading her on her style, on the very reason that what we're here to do. Look at clothing. So I just was a little confused by that. It looked a little sneaky, underhanded, but maybe she brought her for the entertainment of it all. But Nene, you're very entertaining within yourself, and I liked that navy blue outfit. Anyway, so Eva's trying on dresses. So this is one major thing that I will say is probably the hardest thing about bringing people when you're trying on dresses. You have one image, you have one thing that you desire. There's another thing of where what looks good on you. Okay, and then another thing might be what a friend would wear for themselves, or a family member would wear for themselves, so they're pushing that on you. Okay, so let's just break it down. So Eva wanted whimsical fairy tale like. What might look good on her is just about everything. You know, the sexy, the rhinestone out, the blinged out, the glam, all of that. You know, they all look good on her. But that one, because of her eyes and her like exotic look, that one probably looks the best on her. And then you have the friend who's used to the glam, and you know, Nene's not small like that. So of course, when you see someone small, you want them to be, you know, glamorous and fierce and all this stuff. But maybe for her wedding day, she does not want that. Okay, so that's where you kind of get into, and that's why when you watch Say Yes to the Dress, when people be having 15 people on this couch, you get a difference of opinions, and that's why it's good to have a friend, a cousin, a family member, a parent, or someone who knows the intersection between what you want and what looks best on you. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. So I tried on a mermaid dress, and actually, I thought I would like mermaid a whole lot more, but I'm not curvy, okay? So I quickly realized I didn't like that style, but then I realized there's other variations of mermaid, so I did end up getting some type of variation of mermaid. But when I first tried on the mermaid, I quickly realized because I'm not like boom, 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 okay, I would need something with some type of boning, some type of something to help me out, okay? One style that looks best on me that most people liked was the Cinderella, because I am bigger up here and kind of don't have much more else going on down there. Okay, so everybody wanted this like high and tight here and then poof out. Well, that would have been fine if I was like 18 or 21 or even 23, but I'm 29. So I just was like, I don't really want that style, but it was very hard to kind of sell everyone else, because I did look really good in that style, but it wasn't doing anything for me. It was giving me ball gown and I'm marrying the prince. Like, maybe if I was Meghan Markle, I would have stuck with that style. But, you know, that's just, I went off on a tangent, but that's just something that you have to think about when you're bringing people to show the dresses. Y'all saw how her mom was. And so that's why sometimes it's just best to just go by yourself. In the end, I think we end up finding the dress, even with Marlo's comments and Nene checking her by saying, you know, you eat donuts and ho-hos and Twinkies and Doritos and collard greens every day, so calm your big self down, all right? So Porsha's at the doctor, and you guys remember that she had the fibroid or some kind of complications before, which is why she hasn't been able to have a child in the past. We see that that's cleared up, but instead of her water birth that she was planning, her at-home water birth, she's gonna have to have a C-section, okay? So obviously, you know, Porsha's a little sad about this because she did want to have her child her way, but you know, when it comes down to health, at least they're able to keep her inside, the baby inside a little longer, and you know, make sure she's good and that she's gonna have a healthy baby. So they're looking at the, I think it's called sonogram. I thought it was the ultrasound, but they're looking at the sonogram, I guess. And Dennis just looks so amazed. Now, I don't know if Dennis has other children or if this is his first or if he's just like this about children, period. It's just so endearing to me to kind of see this because I don't really see it a lot. Like how these men be like, most men, I mean, I'm starting to see now that I'm getting older, most men do get excited about having children. But from the culture I come from, you know, in my 20s and being around, not when I say my culture, I don't mean my upbringing. I mean, you know, different men that I've worked with, different men that I've gone to school with. The culture has always been, I don't want no kids, I don't want no kids, the baby ain't mine, the baby ain't mine. So to see this man like in awe at the screen, and you know, he was crying when he was told, and then Porsha's just so happy, it just like warms my heart. Now, does it make me want to have children still? It's a no, but it lets me know there's hope and our world is turning around. All these fatherless children, maybe it's decreasing, okay? All right, so Cynthia and Noelle have arrived in DC and they are unpacking Noelle's dorms with her UGG sheets and quilted headboards. I needed to know where'd y'all get these headboards, because when I went to my dorm, which I've been to a dorm room quite a few times, but when I went to my first dorm, my first apartment, we did not have these little makeshift twin full-size headboards. Even when I was in the dorms in the military, we did not have that. But okay, cool. These UGG sheets, I don't know why they were pointed out, but maybe it's like a necessity for Noelle. Okay, Noelle's getting settled in. Cynthia is, this part I didn't think was weird at all because my mom went with me to my first, she went with me to my like third dorm and my first college apartment, and she helped unpack everything. My sister, she also did the same thing, bought different things for us. We all kind of have the same things in our places because my mom kind of picks up stuff. My mom has 4 girls, so that's what she does. But so this part wasn't weird to me. What was weird to me is when they went out to eat later on and Leon was with them. Now remember, Leon is a parent that's more like, you know, get out there and take on the world, and Cynthia's more like, just, you can take on the world from here in the backyard. And so, you know, they're out to eat. Noelle is just really having a hard time. When it was time to get in the Uber and she was just crying and she looked so worried, and I'm like, I'm concerned for Noelle because DC is a fast pace. Okay, you're gonna have to be able to carry your pepper spray. You're gonna, Howard is not in the most suburbial type of place in the city. So you're gonna have to watch your back. You're gonna have some good situational awareness popping off. Like, oh, that's why I say, you know, Noelle is always gonna remember how supportive her mother was, even in the pinning on ceremony, which I thought was really cool. And I think that all children of different races should experience culture in their education. I really do feel that way, which is why I'm so glad. I don't know if I told y'all I got accepted into grad school going to Texas Southern. So I just think it's really important. But I just don't know, guys. Like, watching her like that, it made me more worried and concerned than I was endearing. Like, I don't know, y'all. We gonna pray for Noelle and Cynthia. Pray they strength, because that whole separation was tough. And Leon was just like, what is the big deal? Ladies, calm down. Like, calm down. When Cynthia said that she turned the shower off for Noelle and did her laundry, I just said, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I really hope y'all not doing y'all kids that way now. I understand that we're in a different time and a lot of us are having kids when we're a little bit more stable in life, as opposed to our parents, you know, who had kind of had to struggle or really get out here and get it, and you know, had to have independent children because they were still developing themselves. I understand that part, but you still want well-balanced children. You still want well-balanced children. Nene and Greg got the whole blended family over, didn't even realize that her oldest son is with someone else. Then the next son is with Greg, and then Greg has like 3 older sons, and I think like 2 of them are in their 40s. I was just like, Greg, how old are you? But even if he's like 60, even if he had him at like 16, that would, I mean, Jesus. That would make him what, like 56? I guess it's not that old. So anyway, they're all over and they're all discussing Greg's health. Now we know that Greg has rid of the cancer completely. He's explaining to them as black men why it's important to go get your colon checked, and all the misconceptions he had with that are not true. I don't know what this huge stigma is with black men and going to the hospital, with men period, and going to the hospital. What is the big deal? I remember watching that Medea play. See, I can't even remember the name of it. I see what rocks be going through in front of this camera, because it's like one of my favorite plays. Anyway, it's where Brown has to go to the hospital. He has to get his colon checked, and you know, he's faking at first, and Cora's helping him get all these checkups and stuff. But he just was so upset and so scared about going to the doctor. It's like a real thing. So, yeah, Greg is explaining that to his sons, and his sons are agreeing. And y'all know, the last time we seen all the sons sitting together like this, didn't they have a problem with Nene? Wasn't there like some back and forths going on? Yeah, I do believe that's what was going on. So it's good to see them in a better place. So that was the episode this week, guys. You guys leave down in the comments what you thought about this week's episode. I thought it was pretty good, pretty cool. We got to see a little bit of everyone. I really am enjoying the editing and the production of it all. But anyway, I'm Kim Ray, and this is Kim Ray Music TV. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be looking out for the next couple videos as we wrap up 2018. Subscribe to my channel, follow me, share, like, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.